Alright guys, Hayzink here, welcome back to the channel for another Street Fighter Duel video. This one is going to be hellish because every single part of this was available. So this is a long video. All your solutions are here, every single solution. If you've watched my previous video, I'm not going to talk through what I'm doing. I'm just going to let you guys see what I'm doing. To be honest, this video is too long, so what I think I'm actually going to do, I don't want it to be as long as the runtime of my recording, so I'm just going to pause this just now. I'm going to go straight to where I'm doing the puzzle, and I'm going to try and cut out everything in between because it will really cut down on the length of this video, okay? Right, so this is the first puzzle. It's a box slide puzzle. Essentially, you're just basically trying to put the boxes onto those kind of square markers. It's really the same as any other box puzzle. The only difference is, rather than having coloured squares that you put the boxes on, they've opted to make the squares this colour. But it's no different. It's the same as what these puzzles always are. It's just a visual change, okay? So if you follow the steps, what I've done here, it will remove the little barrier that's up at the top, just blocking that final box that's got the ice around it. There isn't really anything you can miss, okay? There's no like magical holes that you need to fall into that have got boxes hiding in them. So if I just kind of skip to all the solutions, you're not going to miss anything, okay? So I feel like that's probably the most straightforward way to do this. Unfortunately, the lighthouse puzzles are still long, so the runtime of this video is still going to be longer than I would like it to be, but I can't really do anything about that. It's just how it is. I'll need to just figure out what the hell I'm going to say for an extra 20 minutes. But we've pushed that one down, we've pushed this one down, and that's you got your box. Now, it's up to you what order you do these stages in, because you can choose north, south, east or west, okay? I literally just chose the top option, and then I just done that each time. So I think the way I done it was south, east, west and north or something like that, right? It doesn't matter. I will try to put timestamps in the description so that if you've done it in a different order from me, you can jump to whatever order you decided to do it in. It doesn't make the solutions any different, okay? So I'm going to just skip to the next part. Again, I will timestamp this in the description. All I'm going to do is let this happen. So I started in the south, sorry, right? So the first timestamp I'll put in will be for south, and then we'll go to the puzzle solution, okay? Okay, so I kind of, in this, there's a lot of the fights that have been cut out, like the two bottom squares, there was bosses on them. If you fight them, you defeat them, obviously. That would have took longer for the solution, so you're not seeing those fights, okay? But if you follow the way I've pushed the boxes, that is the solution, that is how you do it, okay? If you choose to stop and fight one of the bosses in the meantime, it'll obviously take you a little bit longer, but that's fine. You need to beat these guys anyway to actually move on. So the first box you essentially push down twice, and it meets up with that first battle. Don't push it any further than that just now, just leave it there, because that's the last box you're going to put onto its pressure plate, okay? I wish I could speed this up. People say, why don't you do these puzzles at 100 times speed? Because you know how much of a pain in the arse this, look, this game there, if you click just slightly off on the wrong square, the little van will go all the way around the screen. That is why I do not do this on 100 times speed, because I would misclick constantly, because I've got fat fingers. So that is why I do not do this at 100 times speed. But anyway, really simple. Push the two boxes down, push them across, then you can push them back up onto their pressure plates. Easy. That's those two bottom ones done. Absolutely no problem at all. Now, anyone who is paying attention already knows how to complete this puzzle now without me showing, right? That part there is the only part you really need to worry about, because once you've done this bottom part, you push it across, and then literally that first box you push down, you've just got to go back on yourself and push it back up onto the pressure plate that you originally took it off of, okay? I do find that doing these puzzles, that tends to be what confuses people. I don't know why, but to actually have something where it's supposed to be and then kind of move it off of it and then go back onto it, that seems to confuse a lot of people. I don't know why. But anyway, that is South, I think it was, complete. I'll now pause it, go to the next bit so that I can insert the chapter, okay? Okay, so we're just heading back to Metrocity. Now that we're here, we're going to go back to the lighthouse, the phone booth, and we'll go to the east. So I'll insert the chapter point here for the east, and we'll go to the solution, okay? Okay, so now we're in the east quadrant. This is another lighthouse puzzle, okay? This one is a little bit more complicated. Again, follow the steps, you'll get the full solution. I probably made a few unnecessary steps here. You could maybe trim about 10 steps off of this. It doesn't make any difference though. For those of you that are watching this video, you do not want to think about this, so maybe it'll take 30 seconds longer because of a misstep I made along the way, but you get your solution without having to reset the region or anything. You get your solution, okay? So the annoying part about this is I could technically have cheated if I wanted to. I could have watched my old video because this is the same puzzle, it's the same solution, okay? It's not changed in any way. You could have literally gone back on my channel to 12 months ago, found the Devil May Cry Part 2 videos and copied the solution. It's not changed, right? But I know people are not going to do that, right? They're not going to do that, so I've had to do another guide, which is fantastic. Yeah, but I think this one is the longest puzzle. I think it's not necessarily more difficult than the later puzzles, it's just a bigger map. So because it's a bigger map, it takes you longer to navigate the map, which obviously then takes you longer to get the solution. So fun times indeed. So we're going to undo that, okay? Just to make you guys fully aware, we will need to go green again, okay? That was probably, I think, from what I can remember, I think it makes more sense to start red. I think. But again, ultimately it does not matter. If you do just what I'm doing just now, you're still going to clear this, you're still going to get all of these houses connected by their colours, and you're going to get your rewards. That's what you need at the end of the day, right? That's why you're here, that's why you're watching the video, and ultimately totally forgot what I'm saying. Got a child popping up at the side of me, sticking his face into the camera. He loves to do this. He's got a habit of putting me off. But yeah, ultimately, you're just here to get your rewards. So doing what I've done is going to get you them. That's the goal. That's what we're aiming for. And that's what we're going to get. So yeah. I don't know if you guys seen last night, I put out a video. The most rare in real life Street Fighter Duel pulls. It wasn't clickbait. I put out a challenge in that video saying that if it reached 100 likes I would have done it again, and it's already at 86, so it looks like that's going to be happening, and I'm going to get a full case, an entire case of those limited Street Fighter Duel characters. I don't know how the case works though. There is 9 characters plus a secret rare. I don't know if when you buy a case, if you're guaranteed a full set. Some things do that, some things don't. Like Funko Mystery Minis, if you go and buy a box of Funko Mystery Minis, they used to do it where I bought a box for my son, like I bought him the entire box, and it was Kingdom Hearts. And if you bought the box, you got, I think it was 9 boxes, or 12, 9 or 12. I think it was 12 actually. You got 12 boxes, there was 12 characters, and if you bought the box or the crate, you got them all. But they changed that. they changed that. They started to make it, you were actually guaranteed to not get the full set. You would get at least 2 of the same common, 2 of the same rares. You would only get 1 super rare. So I don't know how Pop Mart works. I don't know if by buying the case I'm going to get the full set, and then it's up in the air. Will you get blue Chun-Li, who's standard, or will you get red Chun-Li, who is the secret rare? So no matter what happens, there's going to be an element of mystery to it. The downside is I'll have a dupe of 2 characters, and no matter what happens, I'll still be missing 1 character, because I'll either get blue Chun-Li or I'll get red Chun-Li. So part of me is like, do I want it to be totally rare or totally random, or do I want it to be the full set? I don't know. I think logically speaking it would make more sense to want the full set from the box, and then maybe I'll do something like a giveaway for the dupes. Maybe. I've never done a giveaway. Don't really know how, logistically speaking, how difficult that would be. Or I just do a giveaway to my son, because he would be quite happy to get a Guile and a Blanca. Unfortunately, when I do get a full set of these characters, I'm going to have to buy a sealed case or something, because if he sees them, they are being stolen. Flat out, they are being stolen. Because my son likes to steal my stuff. I've taken up a new hobby recently where I've been painting models, which is my new thing, and my son keeps trying to steal these. I made a Venom. This one's, it's not actually black, it looks black, it's not, it's like a pearlescent translucent blue-black, where it kind of transforms depending on how you look at it. If I put it close to the camera, it'll disappear, so unfortunately I can't really show you it right, but I've done this one, and I enjoyed doing it so much, I decided I want to paint more models, and I couldn't find any. So I bought another Venom, and I decided I'm going to try and do this one more like Marvel vs Capcom 2, so it's more of a blue. So if you can actually see that, it's like a proper blue. And I've done stuff like, this probably won't show up because I can't get close enough to the camera, but I added like green slime and stuff for his drill. Kind of enjoy doing it. It's kind of pushing me to, I'm going to get a 3D printer I think, because I was looking at buying some more of these models, and by the time I buy like 4 of them, I might as well just buy a 3D printer. Like, as soon as you purchase like 4 of these things, you would have been cheaper buying a 3D printer. So I think I'm going to get a 3D printer. I'm also contemplating, I'm toying with the idea, because I'm enjoying the painting of it. I'm going to buy an airbrush, because brush strokes look messy. I've got this Mega Man. Now I purchased this Mega Man, right? But I think this Mega Man would look really cool if he had metallic paint. So I'm really super tempted to repaint him. But I don't know if that's smart or not. I don't know if I should repaint him, because he looks pretty good. But I think he would look better with metallic paint. But hey, what do I know? I'm not an artist. You can clearly tell I'm just looking for things to say to fill in the time here. This video's too long. I'm not going to sit and talk about this, right? We can talk about the game, I guess. You guys can let me know. Have you liked having a rerun? To be honest, I've not. Only because if I look at it from the point of view of a channel, this is probably going to be the worst month on record for my channel's performance, and it mainly is because there's nothing you need to know, right? You don't need to know anything, right? And after today, there's nothing to do, because this is the I guess you would call it the plus and the negative of having an event like this, where everything is unlocked, right? Now, not everyone will be able to beat Nero right now, okay? So at the end there's a fight, you'll see it in this video, at the end there's a fight against Nero. Not everyone is going to be able to beat Nero right now, so this will still exist in some capacity, right? But if, like me, you beat Nero because you need to fight him 3 times. If you beat him day 1, all of it, it's all done. Today is Saturday. This is it. There's nothing now available in the game until a week past Wednesday. So Wednesday's going to come, it's going to be another entire week, and there's going to be nothing. All I'm going to be able to do is hit the boss a couple of times each day. I don't like that. I know some people do like that. I know some people are actually a fan of that style of content. I'm not. I just think, you know what, I would rather you drip fed me the content, because if you drip feed me the content, then at least I'm going to have something that I can do for these remaining days, which unfortunately right now it's not possible, because it's all done, it's all cleared. The only thing I've got to do is one agency mission each day, which take 2 seconds, and obviously fighting the boss, so it is a hell of a lot of fun. All you need to do now is just go and get purple, by the way. Once you've got purple, you finish this last wee bit, and that's it done. That was 100% that was the longest, right? I just had to chat about a lot of shit in the meantime, just to basically fill time. It's marvellous. I love the fact that I've got to do that. But we're done. That's it. So I can now finish this one off, go back, and then put the chapter point in, right? So I'll pause it, I'll cut, I'll go back, we'll come back here. Okay, so that's the chest collected from there. We're now once again heading back to Metrocity. Now that we're in Metrocity, we will go to the phone box. Now we hit up the north of the city, and this is my chapter point. I'll then resume the video. I've been through this already, right? Okay, so here we go. New lighthouse puzzle. This one's quite messy. This one looks like it's going to be more difficult. I've done this deliberately. The first colour I selected doesn't really matter, okay? I was going in to clear the map of bosses, okay? So I'm clearing the map of bosses simply so that I can make this bit a little bit more streamlined when it comes to looking at the solution, okay? So I'm going to cut it here till the bosses are defeated, and then that way we can start looking at the solution, okay? Okay, I keep saying bosses, I mean stages, right? So that's the reason that's all yellow just now, is because I was clearing off all of the... Is that actually moving? I was clearing off all of the enemies just so that I had a nice clear board to allow me to go through and make the solution a bit more palatable, okay? A bit easier for people to digest and see what was going on, okay? So at this point now is when I am actually doing the solution, okay? Make that nice and easy for you. Hopefully understood what I meant there, okay? So you can go from here, okay? If you want to do what I did there and go and kill off all the bosses to make it exact, or all the stages, sorry, just do the same. Start off yellow. You don't need to start off yellow, but start off yellow if you want, and just copy it step by step. But you could just start with green. It wouldn't make any difference, right? So we go down here. You kind of use the portal. The portal is essentially what's connecting you to the other side. Should be pretty straightforward because there's no other way to do it unless you do that, okay? So you connect the portal at the other side, and that there is your connection for green, okay? You don't need to worry about the green on this side of the portal because you've got it connected from the greenhouse on the right hand side. You're going down into the portal and then across and down. That is your connection to green, okay? So at this point we're going to purple. This is super straightforward, this one. I actually think this one is so much easier than the first one. A lot of that's to do with the fact that it's a lot quicker as well. That makes a huge difference, okay? You're just backfilling now. So once you've connected this purple one, you're basically just going back into the lighthouse. You're going to blue. You then go up, connect the two blue. You go back out, you go red, you go up, connect the two red. And then simply you go yellow, you do a straight line across, you go into the portal, and because I filled it earlier with yellow, it's already done, right? But if you started with green, it would not make a difference, because I'll explain it in just a second. If you started with green, so we'll go back here, we'll get our red, we'll move up, we'll finish off the red, we'll go back, we'll get yellow. Okay, now again, if you started green, it makes no difference. Okay, so we'll get yellow, we'll go back into the portal, we move across, we go into this portal. Now for me that's it connected, right? But if you didn't start with yellow, all you need to do is move one square to the left, and that's it, you're connected, you're done. Okay, so that's your puzzle solution. That is the second to last puzzle solution. I'm going to cut it here and I'll insert my chapter point. Okay, so now that we're going back to Metrocity, we will go one more time to the phone booth, and that will take us to the west of the city. Okay, so we're doing that just now. Okay, so I'm probably not going to cut the fights out of this bit because they're quick, right guys? They're fast, they're not long fights, it's not going to take a long time. Okay, this one is pretty straightforward as well. You're just pushing boxes into holes. Okay, you're just pushing boxes into holes. Your overall aim is you want to get all the boxes into all the holes. That will mean that the lava down below is filled, and up above the holes are covered by planks of wood. Okay, now because I'm not going to like skip the fights on this one, I will kind of just like scrub through the video. I think that'll make it a little bit better. So we can skip this fight, move up there. So then we're going to on the first box. Okay, so what we're doing here is, I think we've got another fight actually. I'll scrub through these two fights, right? Scrub through this fight. And we push that box down. You seen that? We push that box down. Scrub through this fight, right? Okay, so we push that box down, then we push the next box across into the hole. Okay, so that means that we're covered down below. Okay, nice, straightforward and easy. We are covered down below. Now for this one, I think I took a wee bit longer than I anticipated. No, did I? I think I might just did it straight away. I don't think I thought about it, but I'll skip it anyway. So we moved that one up. Did you see it? I pushed it across. We pushed it up. Once you've pushed it up, don't worry about that. It was just a misclick. You keep pushing this box down. Once you push this box down to there, you push it across, right? And you push it down into that hole. So that's you filled that one up. You then push this one up, push it across. You come around to here and you push it into that hole, right? So that's you now got all of your boxes into all of your holes. That means the remainder of this is just fights, okay? So you'll notice here I'm scrubbing through. We're just looking at fights, okay? So that is your final set of puzzles done, and for some of you that is going to be the video complete. Okay, but I'm going to stop this here and then just go to the last part, which is the fights against Nero. Okay, so when you go back to here, you open up a red portal. The red portal is going to take you to this stage down here. This is where you pick up the last of your rewards. You'll see by the end of this we have 100%. Okay, so when you're down here, you're going to be doing your fights against Nero. These can be slightly tough, okay, but what I will say is, remember, it gets easier the more things you've got in your workbench. So if you're struggling now, work on your workbench and you'll be able to do it in time. Okay, so I'm just going to go through these fights and then we'll finish off the rewards. Okay, so we're going into this Nero fight just now. Again, there's no really much you guys can glean from seeing me doing a fight, but I just really want to include these simply so that you can see that if you followed this from start to finish, your completion at the bottom is going to be 100%, okay, which is the overall aim of what we're going for here. I'm just going to scrub through this because, again, I don't really see the point in just running the full thing. KO, that's us, we're up to 85%. Okay, we'll go through to the next one. Again, should scrub through this. That's us up to 90%. And then we'll go to the last fight now. You've just got like last fight kind of finish off so that I can do my wrap up. So obviously, following the guide, you've got 100% completion on this. Everything that you could get from this event, you've got every single one of your rewards. In this video, I've talked about a lot of stuff. Had the full time, not of it, not relevant, some of it relevant. Unfortunately for me, you're probably not going to see any videos for a while because there's nothing to make videos on. Maybe I'll put out a tier list, or maybe I'll do an updated assist list and stuff like that, because I had waited for the buffs before doing that. I'll pause this here because you can obviously see when we go to the next screen, we're back in Metrocity. Hopefully a lot of you know why I've been saying Metrocity. It should be pretty apparent, it's pretty pop culture related. But yeah, 100% completion, everything done, nice chunky rewards. Just, if you can't beat it right now, that workbench is your friend that's going to help you to beat it. I think some people right now maybe struggle to beat it, but give it a day or two, you won't. It's going to be pretty easy, okay? But that's 100% of your rewards in the bag, all done. This will be all chaptered. Hopefully it's useful to some people, but I'm done. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.